What's up, everybody? We are live and we're doing this. Today, just here to answer some volleyball questions. It's been a busy week in my life, and uh, I've got a baby girl, and that's pretty cool. And I'm going to get us going live on Instagram too, but you guys are here with me. All right. So, as people are rolling in, yeah, a bunch of stuff has happened in my life. I've got a baby girl. Today, she is 9 days old. We need her to eat more. So it's bulking season. She's not losing weight anymore. It's natural, apparently, for babies to lose weight in the beginning. Um, but she has lost the weight and now it's like kind of steadied out. But she's supposed to be gaining an ounce or almost 2 ounces of weight every day. And so we're feeding her. Everybody says she might be a future volleyball player. Who knows? I'm just happy that she's healthy and that Janelle's healthy and we're rocking. Uh, so today here, if you guys are watching from Instagram, welcome. But I want you to come on over to the YouTube channel. As everybody who asks questions on our YouTube channel, we're live at the Better at Beach YouTube channel right now. You guys can throw in your comments and I will be happy to answer any questions. As far as what we've done this week, well, it's been nuts. So let's just start going through it here because we've got a crazy schedule coming up. This week, Sunday, we're doing something called Sunday Fun Days in Hermosa. So Sunday Fun Days is for beginners, we call them Sunday Fun Days, and for anyone intermediate and above, we're calling them intensives. They're 6-hour intensives, and so on May 7th, which is this week, we have our Intro to Beach Volleyball Fundamentals. So it's a 6-hour program. It's 2.5 hours of training, then an hour lunch, and then 2.5 hours of training again. Everybody gets a t-shirt, they get a hat, you get a ball, you get a journal, you get a bunch of swag, and you get to hang out with us for 6 hours. So that's our Intro to Beach Volleyball Fundamentals. That's happening in Hermosa on Sundays. And if you want to check that out, head to betteratbeach.com/camps. Some of the other stuff that we're doing out here is called Intro on the Sundays Fun Days. We're doing Intro to Weight and Jump Training. So for anyone who's in the South Bay, or if you're coming out and you're playing a CBVA and you actually want to play on Saturday and then come and learn for 6 hours on Sunday, one of the other programs we have is Intro to Weight and Jump Training. So if you want to learn your jump technique, if you want to get really secure with lifting, specifically lifting for volleyball and explosiveness, we're doing that. We have 5 Sundays left for Intro to Weight Training this summer. May 21st, June 18th, July 16th, August 20th, and September 16th. Finally, 6 hours on Sundays, we have advanced offensive tactics. We've already run 2 of them. The next one coming up, it's a 6-hour offensive training. That's on May 14th, but it's for women's B and A players. Women's B and A players, it's all about offense. 2.5 hours of training, an hour lunch, 2.5 hours of training. Again, that's for 6 hours in Hermosa Beach on Sundays. And then on June 11th, we have men's B and A offensive intensives. And finally, guys, if you haven't signed up for our 3-day mini camps, they're fun. They're intense. It's about 8 hours of practice a day, Friday, Saturday, and then we end it late afternoon on Sunday so that you can fly out to us on Thursday night, stay for a few nights, play volleyball all day long in beautiful Hermosa Beach where we are. And then on Sunday, we give you the time to head on a flight back home. This is good if you're local. Come hang out. But if you want to make a 3-day trip to experience one of our mini camps, that's what we're doing. So the dates coming up for that are May 26th. That's for men's B and A, men's level B and A 3-day mini camp. We did sell out. So we sold out 12 spots, but then we got so many people requesting for more that we ended up opening that. So now, again, we haven't released it to our waiting list. We had a waiting list opt-in, but we are releasing it again. So keep clicking on it. It's on betteratbeach.com/camps. We're opening it up to 20 spots. That means that we only have 10 left. And I know that the people on the waiting list are going to snap those spots up. So if you want that 3-day camp, if you're a male B or A player and you want the 3-day mini camp in Hermosa Beach on May 26th, go ahead to betterbeach.com/camps. Sign up for it and jump on it while you can. Again, I know that's going to sell out. So if you want it, go get it. Then we have June 23rd to 25th, Women's AAA, another 3-day mini camp for Women's AAA, which is accelerated or advanced players. And on July 21st through 23rd, we have a Men's A and AA. And something that we haven't done a press release or anything for yet, but on that same weekend, we will be in New York, Long Beach, Long Island, and we're running a 3-day coaches and players camp there. So we've got both coasts covered on July 21st. If you want to come to New York, we will be there. If you want to come to Hermosa, we'll also be here with our coaches, and it's going to be a big weekend for us. So July 21st, put that on your calendars. Head to betterbeach.com/camps to figure it out. We recently got the nod to be the the official beach volleyball education partner for East End Volleyball, which is one of the top three amateur beach volleyball organizations. It covers the East Coast, and we couldn't be prouder. We're going to be working with all of their coaches, all of their tournament players, and all of their leagues all across the East Coast. So we got the nod to be the beach volleyball education partner with East End Volleyball. I'm proud to be working with Rich Hylas. I've known him since I started playing volleyball, and he knows that we offer all of our training programs, all of our coaching programs, and he wanted us to start helping his programs develop and give more opportunities to the people who play in his tournaments. So pretty excited about that as well. Even more announcements, guys. We're going to keep them coming. We just ran a pretty sick coaching webinar. It was supposed to be 90 minutes. It ended up going almost 2 hours. But if you want a chunk of information that is going to just help you coach better at a higher level, I'm going to pull up that link as soon as I can grab it. And you are more than welcome, because it is an on-demand. We did it live, so you won't be able to see it live, but it's now an on-demand webinar, and you can get that still. It's recording. We will send the recording straight to your inbox. Give me a second just to pull it up. Copy. There we go. Okay, so it's in the chat for all of those who are on YouTube. If you ever want to do that, betteratbeach.com/practice planning webinar opt-in. I know that's a long URL. If you need it, if you're watching and you want a coach training, just DM me on Instagram, but it's also in the chat right now for that coach training webinar. And it was 2 hours of season planning, practice planning, how to set goals for your team, how to create a system for coaches and club directors. And we are now up to 4 clubs that have signed on with Better at Beach for our coach training program. Essentially, we are helping club directors and coaches boost their training systems. So all of their players are able to sign on to our library. We can track their progress, and we help coaches coach, and they get our live coaching meetings where we can mentor them as a coach, and they get access to our private Facebook group so that we can actually coach their players for them with less work or not as much work from the coach who is leading the show. So if you're a club coach, or if you're a director and you know that you want something better for your kids, if you want to give those hungry athletes the opportunity to improve on their own without any more time from you, hit me with a DM, send an email to support@betteratbeach. On Instagram, it's @MarkBarek, and we will get you set up. We're now 4 clubs, and I know that another 3 are about to sign on. And we've got East End Volleyball. So things are going up, which is pretty sweet. I'm excited about that. That's all the announcements that I have. It's been a crazy week, not sleeping, but that's the game. I signed up to be a dad, and I'm excited, and it's been a lot of fun. So, while we are here, while we have some time, I do want to answer some questions. I know that we've had questions in our members group, and we're answering them there. But if you're on YouTube right now and you've got any beach volleyball questions, I would love to help answer them, whether they come from workouts, serving, passing, setting, strategy. Let's have a chat about it. Go ahead and start asking those questions. If you're on YouTube and you use a super like, then your question will come up first. So you can donate to the channel. We give a ton of free content. We give away a lot. We coach a lot. We train a lot. And it's always appreciated when you guys show your appreciation and help us pay our editors, help us pay our team so that we can bring as much free stuff to you guys as we can and keep doing it and keep growing our staff so we can create more opportunities. So anybody on YouTube, you guys let me know as soon as you have a question. And if I don't get any from you guys, then I'll start heading over to Instagram. Okay. So Cami asks, how do you mentally get ready before a tournament? There's a few things you can do. There's a lot of visualization. So here's one thing. There's a free tool, guys, that I'm going to introduce to you because this is a good question. And I've got it on our website. It's under the free tools section. And it's called Build a Stronger Mental Game. We take you through a psychological anchoring process. So go on over to betterbeach.com/free tools. We've got a ton of stuff there. One of them is called anchoring. What is anchoring? Anchoring is where you want to remember a time where you were fantastic, dominant, you were absolutely crushing whatever it was you were doing, and you weren't really thinking about it. If you want to see a new level of performance again, so let's say that you played awesome, right? 2 years ago, you were winning a championship, you could do no wrong. What do we want to do now? Before that game, we want to start getting our body, our posture, our breathing rate, and everything as close to the championship state as possible. So I'll take you through a very quick exercise that we can do to get you mentally prepped for a tournament. Are you ready? I hear a resounding yes. When you're prepping for a tournament, think about an old performance where you were awesome. Immediately start thinking about what your posture was like. Were you hunched forward? Were you aggressive? Were you serious with your face? Were your shoulders back and just calm and confident? Were you kind of loose and goofy? And were you dancing? Try to get back into that posture. Try to get back into that same facial expression. Okay. If you can do that, then I want you to start remembering your breathing rate. Go back to the same breathing rate that you had when you were absolutely dominant, when you were awesome. What were you telling yourself? What kind of words were you reminding yourself of? All of these things, if we can recreate as much of the internal environment as possible, then we should be closer to our championship or our best state of mind. A lot of people say, I play great when I'm angry. I play great when I'm happy. But you really need to take time here and think about the last time that you were awesome. And don't just say you play great when you're X, but think about your best performances. Then, once your best performance is there, then figure out what you looked like on the court, how you felt, what was going through your mind, your posture, everything like that. So before that tournament and then during that game, you have to get yourself back into all of those as soon as you can, whenever you can. Every now and then, your championship state is going to change. You might guess wrong, right? You might have just had a great performance, but that had nothing to do with whatever was going on in your body, your face, your head. But this is going to give you an exercise where you're going to get way closer to having that championship quality. So before that tournament, get yourself there through all of that anchoring process. Then, I used to watch highlight videos of myself. I had a friend put together a highlight video because I like to visualize myself doing awesome acts. And there's two ways to visualize. You can do it as the first person. So in other words, you're going through that feeling. I don't know if you guys have ever watched skiers in Olympic runs or like bobsledders or people doing the luge, but you can see them leaning and bobbing in, and they're memorizing the course and they're memorizing the movements through visualization. Now that's something that you guys can do for volleyball as well. Think about your perfect swings, think about your perfect passes, and do them in the first person mentally. Then do it from the outside too. See what you look like from the outside being awesome, and visualize yourself getting great serves. Visualize yourself getting sick digs. Visualize yourself just putting the ball away cleanly and looking at the court. And if you can do all of those things, you're going to be really comfortable. We're starting to work on a complete warm up book. It's going to include how to warm up for a full tournament, for your body, what band exercises to use to get your glutes activated and protect your shoulders. It's going to have a full ball warm up. It has a ball warm up for if you have a coach with you, and it has a ball warm up for if you don't have a coach. So it's just you and your partner. Okay. Then we're also giving you the mid tournament or emergency warm up, because we say emergency warm up because everybody eventually at some point shows up late to a tournament and they freak out and they say, I have no time to warm up. And then they panic and everything goes wrong. Okay. So we have an emergency warm up, which is also the same warm up as your mid tournament warm up, because in the middle of the tournament, your warm up should be so much shorter than your first warm up of the day. Most people keep trying to take the same warm up again and again and again. Your body's already going. You just need to give it a tiny little push start after the engines are running. So I think a lot of people waste way too much time warming up for too long in the middle of a tournament, especially that's when it's hottest. So now you're gassing yourself. Stupid. Doesn't make sense. So warm up good in the morning before your first game, and then have a plan for a 5-minute or an emergency warm up throughout the rest of the day. And you should have one for your body, and you should have one for the ball, so that you can get the touches ready, so you can get your serve, receive. And then that booklet that we have, we're going to start selling it soon. Let me know if you guys want to be the first, like the beta testers of the booklet. But it's a workbook, and it actually helps you with pictures, and it's going to include QR links, so that if the pictures and the words don't make sense to you, you can just hit the QR link on your phone and it'll pop up with the videos for you. And then you'll know exactly how to warm up at every stage of the tournament. And you just follow along with the video with every single move. So that's going to be cool. And if you don't have your number one warm up and you don't have your mid tournament warm up, that will help you fix your head. That will calm you, because you'll know that you have a plan for what you need to do. Okay, so I hope that helps. Good question there, Cami. Jeremy Schultz, when you are time limited, is it better to lift, drill, or play? Man, that's tough. To me, drills should be like play. So if you're limited on time, and you know that you are playing, or you have friends that are playing when you want to practice, well, you need to turn your play time into a practice. So how do we do that? Let's just say that you need to work on your cut shot, right? It's got to be better. But your friends, all they want to do is play. So they want to play a game. For you, this is going to be a drill. For them, they're going to think they're playing. You set a rule for yourself. You set a guideline and you say, okay, every first ball, that means when I serve receive and if I dig. So my first dig or my serve receive, I have to hit a cut shot. That's one way to work on your cut shots while playing. This is a drill and it's playing. All the best drills are game play. You have to weave it in there. So people think there's a huge difference between drills and play. You can make your play into a drill just by using restrictions on your game. Okay. So Every first ball, hit a cut shot. Every first ball, hit an angle or a diagonal, right? Run a certain play set every single play for an entire practice. Figure out how to be a great defender when you're always blocking line, right? If you're playing or practicing, stop mixing up your defensive set just to get a dig. Instead, figure out how to get digs when you have a line block. Does that make sense, Jeremy? I hope we're saying it right. Now, if you need to lift, so you need to strength train. I'm going to say that all of the one-legged exercises that you can do will go an absolute long way. So let's just say you only have 2, maybe 3 hours a couple of times a week. You need to get there. You need to kick your ass with a warm-up, and then you need to do a bunch of strength or explosive exercises. Those are one-legged lunge jumps, sprints, one-legged hops, max squat jumps. Put your partner on your back for a little bit and see how many squats you can do. Because that way, if you're limited on time, you don't need the extra hour to drive to the gym, park, get your fob out, check in, put stuff in the locker room, and then get out there and finally start working out. Doesn't make any sense. So find a way if you're low on time. And right now I'm learning how low on time I'm going to be. A kid, a little baby infant changes your life and you realize how inefficient you always were. I am guerrilla warfare right now. I am just attacking everything as fast and efficient as I can. I'm letting people know that I have 9 minutes to talk about this and then I have to go. And it's making me more efficient. And you find out the efficiencies when you absolutely 100% need to rush. And one of those inefficiencies for me has always been driving to the gym. I've got a home gym. That saves me because I want to work out every day. And I probably work out 7 days a week still. Okay. Now, if I had to drive to the gym and back, even if that's 15 minutes away, to prep yourself leaving the house, getting in your car, parking, putting something in the locker room, peeing while you're at the gym, all that stuff, then coming back and parking, right? You're still losing. If your gym is 10 or 15 minutes away, you're still losing 45 minutes every time. 45 minutes, 7 times a week. Somebody do the math there. Okay. 350 something, 325, 315 minutes, 6 hours. You're losing just by driving because you're inefficient. So for me, a home gym is everything. And for you, if you're just looking for strength training and you want to, save it and do it in one trip, then go and bring your jump rope, bring your heavy bands to wherever you play volleyball, do your rows using extremely heavy bands, get some light plyo push-ups in, carry 10 to 15 pound dumbbells with you and get your jumps, get your one-legged explosiveness wherever you are. That'll save you time. All right. Hope that makes sense to you, Jeremy. Thanks for that question. Okay. Candace, how do I get rid of my T-Rex swing? My arm stays down and I can't seem to connect at my high point. My T-Rex. Okay. So a lot of people who end up not reaching up when they swing, right? They hit here because number one, there's a few reasons. They think the ball is coming down to them. Now, there's a huge distinction here. You can visualize a ball like when somebody sets you, it goes up and then it comes down to you. That's how you can visualize it, but that's going to make you weak. It's going to make you wait for a ball. Okay. Instead, you have to think about yourself as going up and grabbing and ripping that ball at your highest point. You have to be the one that accelerates to the ball and goes and picks it off at the highest point. That's so different of a mentality from thinking that the ball is coming down to you. Don't let that happen. You go up and pick it off. You get tall. You get it at your highest point. The ball's not coming down. It's floating to an air and it's floating through space. And your job is to pick it off at your maximum. You get high. Don't wait for the ball to come to you. Climb the ladder and go get it. That's one. Number two, it takes some marbles to actually reach and extend, because when you leave your hand closer to your body, you're playing this safety game, because it's easier to be accurate when you have a small arm swing, when you wait for the ball and you only do this, versus when you really open up and you take a full swing at the ball and you reach when the ball's far away from you. Okay. So this could be, now I'm not saying, Candace, I'm not saying that this is a fear thing, but it could be a fear thing. You might be nervous about needing to be too accurate on the ball or missing it. And this is something where, again, you have to let your arm be loose. So, one drill that I would give you is absolutely just hammer a ball while reaching, but don't imagine hitting the ball. Move your arm as fast as you can through space, and then somehow the ball is just in the way. And if you do this right, if you ignore the ball and where it is to an extent, and you just move your arm as fast as you possibly can throughout space, you don't even prep your hand to hit the ball. You just throw your hand through space, and then the ball's in the way. Then you start feeling real power. That's when you can start crushing balls. Okay. Most people don't crush balls because they stay short and they do these jabs because they want to be accurate and they're a little bit scared about mishitting it. Okay. You'll never get power from here, right? And you're never going to get tall. So open up. And one key I like to give is like take a little pebble, a little imaginary pebble, and throw it back before you swing and then come forward. That might help open you up. But if you stay here and you never throw the pebble back, right? Throw the pebble back and then open up your swing. That helps a lot of our players open up. And sometimes we do. We put a little shell in their hand or a little pebble, and it helps them understand that their elbow needs to point back, their hand needs to point back, and then they can come through with a much bigger, more powerful swing. Okay. So, good question, Candace. It's common. You're not alone. If you really want to work on your swing, Candace, I'm going to let you know that we have a 21-day arm swing program. Okay, it's fix your arm swing in 21 days. Let's, I think it's fix your volleyball arm swing. I'm gonna look it up, but yeah, it should be betteratbeach.com/, fix your volleyball arm swing. Yep. And it's there for you. So I'll include that as well. And if you want to check it out, it is a part of our complete player program. So it's one of the 12 courses that we have there, one of the 12 training programs that we have. And you can see it as soon as you open up this page. This is betterbeach.com/coaching. Okay. If you scroll through the courses, one of the courses that we have, it's a 21-day training program specifically for arm swing. So it's going to take you through all of the band exercises, all of the mobility exercises. It's going to take you through hip, torso, and arm sequencing, and some strength workouts, as well as throwing and swinging responsibilities every single day for 21 days. So if you are looking to have legitimate changes in your arm swing, if you're looking to finally get power from your float serves or get the ball over the net overhand for the first time, or, and this is what a lot of people see the benefits in that program, is they have shoulder pain. And they have shoulder pain because their mechanics are bad, because they're so tight. Their mechanics are bad. They're tight because they don't have the mobility and they don't have the strength in the right places. So that's everything that we fix in the Fix Your Volleyball Arm Swing, or the Fix Your Arm Swing in 21 Days program. And if you head to betteratbeach.com/coaching, or you just DM me, I'll lead you there, and I'll show you what's up. And then the cool part about that is when you're doing all of the drills, we have you record them. You put them into our Facebook group. Once you post them into our Facebook group, our whole staff is there to coach you and show you exactly what's going right, what's going wrong, and how to modify any exercises you need specific to you. So you have 24/7 access to a crazy good coaching staff. More than welcome. Head to betterbeach.com/coaching. And if you want to check out that arm swing program, it's legit. Okay. Abahable. If I show my partner that I'll block line against both attackers, but I see that the attack won't be strong, should I move to my original side or do I go back along the line? So If you have to peel, if you don't have to block, guys, I always recommend that you peel to the side that you called. So if you said you're going to block angle and you need to leave, you should peel or leave into the angle. Your defender is relying on you because they're setting themselves up back there as well. If you peel to the wrong side, defender, don't be a douche. Just move to the other side, move around them. The person who's peeling, they can't see you, but you can see them. And all it is 2 side shuffle steps to get back onto the other half of the court. So, defender, get out of the way, but blocker, try to peel. Make sure that when you peel to the side that you called. That'll be really helpful on your defender. But that's a good question. Okay. Now, Mateus, Gabrielle, guys, if you have any more questions and you come over to the YouTube channel, I'm answering all of the comments in there. And we're going to keep going. I got a couple minutes left. So, Mateus, Gabrielle, do you have any advice how to fight with stress before tournaments and some official games? Just asking about something that you are using personally. Mateus, I don't know, or Mateusz, sorry if I'm saying that wrong. I don't know if you guys have this app in Poland, and I know it's in English, but one that I used, and I know that Phil Dalhauser used as well, is meditation. There's so many high performers in the world that talk about the benefits and the success that they get from meditation. And the app that I was able to use, and I don't know if it's available in your country, is called Headspace. And they have a specific 10 meditation program. You have like 10-minute meditations, half hour, an hour. You can choose inside that app. I don't get anything from it. It's not an affiliate or anything like that. It's just something that I used while I was competing. And it really made a difference in just keeping me calm and chill. Okay. And me just being in my own head and being able to be calm there was really important for me. And it truly helped me. So try to think. Headspace is the name of the app. And if you don't have that in your country, okay, check out some meditation. Do it during the week. Get the tools that help you teach yourself how to calm yourself and how to breathe a little bit. It'll pay off. It really will. Hope that helps. All right. Yeah. Good, Mateus. Give it a shot. Let me know how it goes. Send me a message. I'd love to hear about it. Okay. So one more time. I don't know if I actually have the ability to share my screen. That would be nice. I guess I don't. 2, 3. No. Okay. But either way, guys, remember that our upcoming 3-day mini camps, men's B and A players, this is for Hermosa Beach, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Men's B and A players, May 26th through 28th. Women's A and AA players, June 23rd to 25th. Men's A and AA players, July 21st to 23rd. And also on July 21st to 23rd, we have a full coaching and player clinic for all levels, all ages, and juniors in Long Beach, Long Island. That's in New York. So we will be on the East Coast and the West Coast that same weekend. We're splitting up our awesome staff. Sucks that we won't get to see each other and hang out, but we've got both of those. As now, if you head over to betterbeach.com/camps, you'll see those. We also have our Sunday fun days. These are 6-hour intensives on Sundays. Check out betterbeach.com/camps. We have intro to weight and jump training, intro to beach volleyball fundamentals. This is for beginners or low intermediates, I would say, or just somebody who wants 5 hours of reps and to hang out with us for an hour at lunch. And then finally, we have our advanced offensive techniques and tactics. That's again limited to 12 spots. We have 2 of them left this summer, May 14th for women's B and A players, and June 11th for men's B and A players. And if you guys ever want full custom coaching, again, we have a whole coaching staff sitting in our private Facebook group, and we have all of our tutorials and training programs waiting for you. Just head on over to betteratbeach.com/coach if you are /coaching If you are a coach and you want us to work with your club this summer and lead you, your coaching staff, and your players through all of our tutorials and training programs and be your assistant coaching staff, essentially, get in touch. Hit me up on Instagram at Mark Burick. Last question from our YouTube people. John, thank you. If you know that I can screen share, I'm going to work on that for the future. Now, Herman Gonzalez. Hi, I love the channel. Wanted to ask any tips on shoulder exercises. I got a rotator cuff injury tendon, and right now I want to start working on preventing a future injury. Herman, the arm swing course that I just finished talking about, go do it. This is exactly, it is, to be honest, it is a rehab and strengthening protocol. It's everything that you would get from a shoulder injury. It's every exercise that you would get and then some, specifically for volleyball players. And we do a better job than physical therapists because we give you full body mobility. We teach you where to stretch, how to stretch, and then we do light strengthening and then eventually get you explosive when you need to. So Herman, the Fix Your Arm Swing in 21 Days program is built for you. Go to betteratbeach.com/coaching, scroll down, look at that program. It's called Fix Your Arm Swing. And I promise you, you will have less pain by the end of the month if you follow that protocol. And if you are fresh off an injury, what you would skip is the swinging and throwing exercises. So we have some medicine ball and some swinging exercises. I would say if you're hurt right now, just don't do those. But once you join the program and you get into our Facebook group, you'll tell us about all of that and we will modify it for you. So Herman, if you got a shoulder injury, that's it. I'm telling you, light rehab. And that's why we built that program, because it's so common and it just comes from mechanics and mobility. So good luck with that. And I hope to see you in the program. That'd be great. Okay, guys, that's it. Thanks for joining the live stream. As always, on YouTube or on Instagram, send me stuff that you want to hear about. Join our Facebook groups. We have a free one. It's called Volleyball Tips or Volleyball Tips and Advice. Well, search Volley Chat on Facebook and you will find it, and start sending us questions that you want me to answer here. And then maybe your question will be first. We'd love to have some audience sourced questions. And I know that I'm whispering this time because my brand new baby girl is sleeping next door and my wife needs a nap too. So next time I'll fire up for you guys and I'll bring my voice back. But for now, we're out of here. Good luck. Make sure that, thank you, Mateus. Good luck this weekend if you guys have a tournament, and you know where to find us if you need help. Later. See you on the sand.